Okay, so you've probably heard some rumblings, but let me tell you, this Will Smith situation is getting insane. I'm not even kidding. It's like a Hollywood soap opera, but with way darker undertones. We're talking about serious allegations here, and honestly, it's hard to know what to believe, but where there's smoke, right? This whole thing kicked off with a guy named Brother Bilal, or Bal as some people call him. Apparently he used to be tight with Will, like really tight, like personal assistant level tight. And now he's spilling all sorts of tea, and not the good kind. He went on Tasha K's show, which, is already a sign things are about to get messy, and boy, did they. Bal basically accused Will of some seriously messed up stuff. I'm talking about alleged sexual encounters with Bryshere Gray, who you might remember from Empire. And Bal isn't just saying it happened, he's claiming he witnessed some of it. He even described a scene involving Dwayne Martin, a couch, and, well, let's just say it wasn't pretty. He paints a picture of Will bent over on the couch, and Dwayne, well, you get the idea. I know, it's a lot to take in. Now here's where it gets even crazier. According to Bal, as soon as he started talking, Jada Pinkett Smith came down on him like a ton of bricks. Apparently, she threatened him with a lawsuit, accused him of extortion, the whole 9 yards. But Bal wasn't backing down. He went back on Tasha K's show, doubled down on his claims, and basically dared Jada to sue him. He even called her a bald-head liar and an addict. I mean, the man is not holding back. And it doesn't stop there. Bal went on another podcast, Make It Make Sense, and dropped even more bombshells. He basically called Will Smith a Diddy Jr., alleging that he lures young men into his circle with promises of mentorship. But then things get complicated. He claims Will admitted to him that he R-worded Bryshere Gray, but said it was consensual, even though Bryshere allegedly told him to stop. Bal even claims there's paperwork to prove it. If true, this is beyond disturbing. This whole Bryshere Gray thing is particularly troubling. There have been rumors for years that he was taken advantage of by powerful men in the industry, and now Bal is adding fuel to that fire. He's suggesting that Will and even Diddy were involved, and that Bryshere's own mother, Andrea Mayberry, was complicit. Apparently, Bryshere's former manager, Charlie Mack, got Andrea's okay to hand him over to Will and Diddy for mentorship. And after the so-called mentorship ended, Bryshere's life went downhill fast. He struggled with substance abuse, had run-ins with the law, and ended up in some pretty compromising situations. It's a tragic story. And if Bal's allegations are true, it's even more heartbreaking. Think about it. He's this young, talented dude on the rise, starring in a hit show. He's talking about how much he looks up to Will Smith, how Will's giving him the best advice, and then, seemingly out of nowhere, his life just falls apart. It makes you wonder what really went on behind the scenes. Jaguar Wright's been all over this story too, and she's not holding back either. She's basically saying that Andrea Mayberry, Bryshere's mom, was in on it. Like, she knew what Will and Diddy were allegedly doing to her son, but she went along with it because she was promised fame and fortune. Jaguar even accused her of being a drug dealer's hoe and said her whole single mom who raised a superstar story is a lie. I mean, damn. And get this, Jaguar claims that after Cassie filed her lawsuit against Diddy, Bryshere was thinking about suing Will and Diddy too. But apparently, he was threatened and had to back down because his life was in danger. Can you imagine being in that position? But the craziest part, Jaguar says there's a secret tape of Justin Bieber, Will, Jaden, Diddy, and Bryshere having a freak-off, and she claims she's one of the few people who's seen it. I don't even know what to say about that. If that's true, it's beyond messed up. I mean, we're talking about minors here, potentially. It's just sick. It makes you wonder what else is out there. What other secrets are these Hollywood elites hiding? And who's protecting them? It's like the more you dig, the darker it gets. And it's not just about Bryshere. There's also this whole thing about Will's alleged obsession with controlling his kids. Jaguar Wright claims that Jaden moved out of Will's house at 15 because he couldn't take it anymore. I don't know if that's true, but it's definitely concerning. It makes you wonder what's going on behind closed doors. And where does Jada fit into all of this? Ball is basically painting her as this enabler who's willing to do anything to protect her husband, even if it means turning a blind eye to his alleged crimes. He even called her a raging sociopath and said she hates him because he has a strong relationship with Will and does his own thing. It's like he's accusing her of being the mastermind behind everything. And then there's the lawsuit. Bal filed a $3 million lawsuit against Jada, claiming she threatened his life after he refused to be silenced. He says she confronted him in a lobby, told him he'd end up missing or catch a bullet if he kept talking, and demanded he sign an NDA. And after that, he started getting threats from Will and Jada's circle. It's like they're trying to intimidate him into silence. Look, I don't know what to believe. It's all just allegations at this point. But the fact that so many people are coming forward with similar stories, and the fact that Will and Jada seem to be going to such extreme lengths to shut them down, makes you wonder if there's something to it. Here's the thing. Even if only half of what Bal and Jaguar are saying is true, it's still a huge scandal. We're talking about alleged sexual assault, abuse of power, and cover-ups. And if Will Smith is really guilty of these things, he needs to be held accountable. But it's not just about Will Smith. It's about the whole culture of Hollywood, where powerful men are allegedly able to get away with anything they want because they have the money and influence to silence their victims. It's a toxic system, and it needs to change. Honestly, it's hard to watch someone you've admired for so long be accused of such horrible things. Will Smith was like America's sweetheart, but if these allegations are true, it just goes to show that you can never really know what's going on behind the scenes. And it's a reminder that we need to be skeptical of celebrities and hold them to the same standards as everyone else. I'm just waiting to see what happens next. Will Bryshere Gray finally come forward and tell his side of the story? Will Jada sue Ball and take him to court? And will the truth ever come out? It's a messy situation, and it's far from over. Okay? So it gets even weirder, right? I saw someone online point out something super messed up. Remember how Bal said Will admitted the Bryshere thing but claimed it was consensual after Bryshere said stop? That's literally admitting to assault. I mean, come on, it's not rocket science. If someone says stop, you stop, period, end of discussion. The fact that Will allegedly finished anyway, I don't even have words. And what's with this Charlie Mack dude? He keeps popping up in all these stories. He's like the Hollywood fixer from hell or something. Apparently, he was Bryshere's manager and allegedly pimped him out to Will and Diddy with the mom's blessing. I mean, who does that? What kind of parent sells their kid out like that? It's absolutely sickening. Then you have the whole mentorship angle. I'm putting that in quotes because it's clearly a euphemism for something way more sinister. Will allegedly uses his power and influence to lure these young, impressionable guys in, promising them fame and fortune. But then it turns into this twisted game where they're allegedly being used and abused. And when they're no longer of use, they're discarded like trash. It's disgusting. And the silence, the NDAs, the threats, it's like a classic Hollywood cover-up. They have the money, the power, and the connections to make these stories disappear. But thankfully, people like Bal and Jaguar Wright are brave enough to speak out, even if it means putting their own lives at risk. I saw some comments online, and people are split, obviously. Some are like, oh, it's just a disgruntled ex-employee trying to get revenge. But others are like, where there's smoke, there's fire. And honestly, I'm leaning towards the latter. I mean, you don't just make this stuff up, do you? And the fact that Will and Jada are reacting so strongly, it makes you think there's something to it. And let's be real, Hollywood is full of secrets. We've seen this before with Harvey Weinstein and countless others, powerful men using their positions to exploit and abuse others. It's a pattern, and it needs to stop. I'm not saying Will Smith is guilty, okay? I'm just saying that these allegations are serious and they need to be investigated. And if he is guilty, he needs to face the consequences. No one is above the law, not even Hollywood royalty. I'm hoping Bryshere Gray will finally speak out. He's the one who really knows what happened. But I can understand why he's afraid. He's probably been traumatized and threatened into silence, but his story needs to be told. This whole thing is just so messed up. It makes you lose faith in people. But it also makes you realize the importance of speaking truth to power and the importance of supporting victims of abuse. I just hope that justice will be served, whatever that looks like. And that maybe, just maybe, this will be a wake-up call for Hollywood, that they need to clean up their act and stop protecting predators. It's time for a change.